Maybe, does he chuck this at you? What's going on, guys and girls? My name is James, or thanks to ya, and welcome back to another Minecraft mod spotlight. And today we are going to be revisiting the fantastic Twilight Forest mod to check out some new features. So yeah, this is not actually going to be a mod spotlight of the entire mod, just because I've already done one of those, which I will link in the description below in case you want to check it out. And also in one of my recent Let's Plays, which is called Hexit, we spent like 7 or 8 episodes wandering around this fantastic dimension, exploring it as best we can. So if you want to check out some Let's Play footage, and then I will leave that in the description as well. But yeah, we're going to be focusing on a new element of this mod, and it's actually the addition of a brand new dungeon area called the Goblin Knight Stronghold, and it's also called the Lost Halls of the Knights. Now, the reason why this is so cool is because A, the sheer size of it is overwhelming. This is an underground dungeon that goes on for absolutely ages. Now, the cool thing about it is that it does contain brand new mobs, it also contains a brand new mini boss, and it also has specialist gears that you can only find in this dungeon. So where do you find this? Well, in my opinion, the best place to find this is underneath this really densely forested area. So this is where I have found them. Now, you can kind of tell it straight away because of the weird color of the leaves, but if you actually go maybe into the center, underneath the tree canopy, this is where you will find it. Now, in terms of actually finding the entrance, it's a little bit tricky. I myself got kind of lucky, so if I come down this hole here, the actual generation for the actual dungeon basically was quite high, so I was actually able to kind of locate where I wanted to go. Now, the cool thing about this actual dungeon is that it's actually encased with a force field, which are these red blocks here. Oh god. Try that again, these red blocks here. So you actually have to penetrate these in order to get into the main part of the dungeon. So this whole thing has a shield over it. And one of the ways that I found is you actually can isolate an area which has a special plinth where you mount one of the trophies which you have got from killing another one of the bosses found in the Twilight Forest. So as you can see here, what I'm doing is I'm mounting a Hydra head onto the plinth, and then this automatically disables the shield, which allows me access into the lower chambers. Right, so what you've seen there is kind of like a flyby of what this place has to offer, kind of what it looks like, what you're going to expect if you find one, and sort of how the structure is laid out. Now, the one thing that I can't really emphasize enough, and you may not have been able to tell this from the actual cinematic, but this place is huge. So also, I added the torches in, so this place is completely pitch black, so you're going to have to bring a lot of torches. I would say this thing is possibly 3 to 4 to 5 times bigger than a normal Minecraft stronghold, and yeah, it's just filled with hostile mobs and loot chests with containing like enchanted books and enchanted weapons and all this really cool stuff. So yeah, the actual end game to this dungeon is through those doors there, which is kind of like the brand new mini boss. But before that, I thought I'd kind of show you some of the new mobs, because there are some certain mobs that only spawn in this place, which is called the Lost Halls of the Knights, which is a cool name. So, oh god, oh, it doesn't matter, I'll pick them up anyway. Right, so these are the mobs that specifically spawn in this area, and the first one is the Kobold. So this does actually spawn in different areas, I believe, in the Twilight Forest, but it is found down here. So it's this little dude here. He kind of looks like a blue teddy bear, but he bites. And this guy has like 13 health points. His attack strength is 3. So it's not too bad, I suppose. 3 hit points. Basically, every heart is 2 hit points. So this guy does 3 hit points every time. So he's not too bad, really. There's another dude back there. This is one of my favourite mobs in Twilight Forest. It's so cool. We'll get to it. We'll get to it. All right, the next one that spawns down here is the... where is it? The red cap. Yes. So this is kind of, once again, like a goblin because, of course, this is kind of like a knight/goblin area where these two things kind of live in, I guess, harmony, sort of. This is the red cap. So this guy has 20 health points and his attack strength is 2. So this guy will do a heart of damage every time he hits you. The next one is the Red Cap Sapper, which is kind of like a similar version to this guy, but as you can see, his pick there has like special abilities. So this guy has 30 health points and 2 attack strength, so he's just got a little bit more health than this dude. I like your feet. Your little boots on. Very sweet. Oh, God. Hang on. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. These guys are getting rowdy. Where is the fiery sword? I know you're here somewhere. Yes. Yes. Right. Let's get rid of these guys. Stop laughing at me. There's 1. No, leave you. There's 2. Yes. And there's 3. Okay. Oh, God, he's on fire. Die! There we go. Right, so the next one we're going to take a look at is the slime beetle. So these are actually found in the kind of like Minotaur areas. So you may have seen these before, but they're pretty cool nonetheless. These guys have 25 health points and their attack strength is 8. So these guys are actually pretty hard hitting if you've got no armor on and stuff. I love the kind of like slime cube on its... What is that thing called on the beetle? I'm going to say tail, but that's completely wrong. The next one we have is the helmet crab. Now, this is actually a new mob, I believe. Where is it? There it is. So it's really cool. These things kind of like just scuttle around the place. They have 13 health points. Now, these mobs actually have armor. So these have 4 armor class, which are basically like 2 little armor symbols if you've got them on your inventory. So you're going to have to cut through that. And they actually have an attack strength of 3. So they're not too bad. They're fairly powerful. And he's dead. Right, the next one is the block and chain, which is this dude here. So this is actually like a kind of like a really weird block and chain goblin. It's kind of rotating this weird little ball. These have 20 health points. They have 6 armor points, and they actually have like strength attacks. So they have like a spike block, which has 2 attack strength, I believe, and you can also get like possible fall damage apparently. So I think maybe does he chuck this at you? Should we find out? Ow! Oh my Jesus! Oh no! Oh! So yeah, good news. Well, terrible news. I actually forgot to save my spawn when I found that first place, so I completely forgot where it was, so I had to go and find another one of these, which took a little bit of time. Very, very frustrating, but I've managed to kind of get back to the same layer as it would have been. So although this is a different one, it still has the same things in it, but yeah, my bad. So yeah, the final mob that we want to look at before we go and check out the mini-boss is the Lower Goblin Knight. So this guy is really, really cool looking. He kind of has like, what is that? I don't know what that is, but he's got like a javelin in his hand and he's really armored up. So these guys have 20 hearts. Okay, you can go up there. I'll spawn another one. This guy has 20 hearts of health and he actually has 4 armor on him. So as you can see, he's pretty heavily armored. Now, what's really cool is that the weapons that you get from the mini-boss when completing him actually have an ability to do more damage to armored enemies, which I think is really cool. This guy's attack isn't that high. He will still do damage. I think it's about like a heart or 2 per hit, but he's still pretty tough. As you can see, even the one that killed me before this, on paper, it's not really a tough mob, but if you don't have any armor on like I did, then yeah, he will kill you really, really quickly. So definitely get all prepared with some potions and really good armor and stuff before you come down here. Let's get rid of you. I hate you. Urgh. Yes. Oh man, how many hits? God, this guy is tough. Wow. So, what the hell? Where's your bottom bit gone? Well, oh, there we go. That was kind of strange. And I got, what did I get from him there? Oh, and it's gone. No, I didn't. Oh, armor shards. Oh, that's cool. So yeah, anyway, I'm going to get a different sword here, just because I don't want to have the fire effect. And basically, the whole point of coming down here is, A, it's stacked with a load of cool mobs. It's a really good time exploring it. There's a ton of loot chests with awesome gear. But what you're going to want to find is something that looks a little bit like this. So there's an anvil here. That's kind of cool. You'll see like loads of these pumpkin things. They're kind of weird, but eventually what you're going to want to find is one of these. Now, these tend to be on kind of like the lowest layer. Just to give you a bit of a hint, like I came in at the top layer and just below me is bedrock, basically. So once you've got through the shield, which is this thing, then the bedrock is fairly close to here. This is actually not a very bedrocky area, but I think I'm actually a layer above. But the last one I had was actually all the way down to bedrock, so that was pretty crazy. But this is the final boss, and this is the Da, 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 da. These guys are tough. What are the name of these again? I've completely forgotten. They're the last spawn egg. Yes, the Night Phantoms. And this is kind of like the mini-boss. So, as you can see, what they do is they kind of have like illusionary things around them. So only one of these is actually the boss, but what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to tackle all of the other little minions in order to get to it. So I think that the actual boss is the guy with the axes, I think. But what he'll do is he'll throw axes at you. Some of them will throw their tools at you, so they're kind of tough. So what we need to do is let's try and get rid of a couple of these. So I'm going to do this in creative mode just because it's kind of very difficult in normal mode, and I don't have the gear on, so I could have got that, but I think for the sake of this video, I'm just going to battle them normally. So you have to get rid of all of the apparitions if you want to make your life a little bit easier, but they do move around really, really quickly. These are graves, so I think these are all like the graves of these dudes. And as you can see, they're very, very cool model, kind of like phantoms in armor. But once you've killed them all, oh god, I think that's the main one. Yeah, it's bigger. I think once you've killed a few, it looks a bit bigger, or at least it looks bigger now. Oh god damn it! Come on, come on, Gills. One more. So we're gonna get rid of this guy. Right, now I think we're just left with the main guy. So this is this guy here. He kind of has like a face on him. And once you've actually killed him... Come on. Yes, there we go. What will happen is a chest will spawn in the middle. So what you do is you actually get his helmet, which is a drop, which is pretty cool. And you also get a chest full of enchanted gear specific to this mini boss only. So what you get is you get phantom helm, you get phantom plates, another phantom helm. Now I think these are random, so you could get kind of different ones. You also get this, which is a knightly axe, which has extra damage to unarmored targets. Sorry, unarmored targets as opposed to armored targets. A knightly sword, which is extra damage to armored targets. Oh, I knew it was one of them. And you also get these here, which are knightly picks, which are extreme damage to armored targets. So, you know, you can use these depending on what kind of mob you're getting. But of course, there are the full armor set. So as you can see here, you've got knight metal ingots, armor shard clusters, and then you have the helm, the plates, you have the greaves, you have the boots, and then you also have the phantom helm. And I think these are like rare items. Oh god, there's another one. Not too rare, so you get a couple of them. Ooh. Oh, so the apparitions, they actually drop bits of the armor as well. So it's like a... That's very cool. Let's put it on, actually, and see what it looks like. I'll put on, like, the top bits. Yeah, so as you can see, the horns and stuff are really, really nice. This is a good armor set, especially if you can use these ones here, which are enchanted. These aren't great enchantments on it, but I think the armor set is pretty cool. And yeah, I really, really love this mini boss. I think it's absolutely awesome. I think the way that you get here, it makes it way tougher than any of the other bosses, because the Hydra and the Naga and the Twilight Witch... the Twilight Lich, sorry, they're relatively easy to get to. The Urgas is very difficult, so I'd say that's kind of on par with this one, but yeah, this is really, really awesome. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. So yeah, this was a quick look at the latest addition to the Twilight Forest. This is called the Lost Halls of Knights, and it contains like a really cool knight mini boss with loads and loads of goblins and some special little knight bosses and stuff. Loads of new armor and gear and loot, and a crazy, crazy place to come and visit. So yeah, that's about it for this video. I do hope you enjoyed it. If you enjoyed this video, and if you like the Twilight Forest, because it's absolutely awesome, and then please leave a like on this video. Let's try and get over 1,000. That would be absolutely awesome. Also, if you're not yet subscribed, go for it. We do Minecraft on fun. But until next time, thank you once again for watching. It's been a pleasure. As always, thanks. See ya.